Welcome to Netlinked Daily. I'm Jack. Let's get the show on the road. And by road, I mean get it going. To the news! Some interesting leaks for Intel's upcoming i3-8350K have come to light. Benchmarks for Intel's i3-8350K have popped up, and apparently the i3 chip is comparable to the 6700K and 7700K. What? Say what? Reports are saying that the i3-8350K SKU will actually be the only i3 chip in the 8th gen family that enables overclocking. Not only that, the i3 is also the first i3 to feature 4 cores and 4 threads, which is awesome news for budget builds. In terms of the leaked benchmarks on CPU-Z benchmark, the i3 scored 503.3 points in single-threaded performance, while the 7700K scored 492 points. That's pretty crazy considering the 7700K is clocked at 4.2 GHz, while the i3 is only clocked at 4 GHz. Even the 6700K, which is clocked at 4 GHz, only scores 474 points. Meanwhile, the i3 scored 1,982 points for multi-threaded benchmarks, which is lower than the 7700's 2648 and the 6700K's 2377. But still, if these benches are to be believed, the Core i3 will probably be the best bang for buck CPU out there when it comes out. Today, Bethesda announced the release dates for their VR versions of 3 of their most popular franchises. First up is the VR version of Skyrim, which makes its way to PlayStation VR on November 17th. A couple of weeks later, Doom VFR will launch December 1st for PSVR and the HTC Vive. Last but not least, Fallout 4 VR will come to the HTC Vive on December 12th. That's pretty awesome to see that all the VR versions of these games come out before the end of the year. And of course, since Bethesda's parent company is ZeniMax, none of these titles will be available for the Oculus Rift. What do you guys think? Have you beaten all of these games and are willing to try to beat them in VR? Do you think that the VR versions will flop? Let us know what you think and leave a comment down below. And just because they can, Razer has a new controller that has been implemented with their RGB chroma lighting. It's called the Wolverine Ultimate and it's compatible with the Xbox One and PC. The licensed controller comes with both interchangeable thumbsticks and D-pads along with remappable triggers and buttons. And just like most of Razer's other controllers, the Wolverine Ultimate has some extra buttons that you won't find on a standard Xbox controller. The Wolverine Ultimate comes with a 1-year warranty and carrying case and will be available sometime in September for $160. $160 for a controller with lights on it. Yeah, that sounds a lot like Razer. Oh, you know what it's time for? It's time for lightning round. Speaking of controllers, Sony has a new controller called the Revolution Pro Controller 2 by Nikon, and it uses USB Type-C connection. Hey, alright, USB Type-C connection, I can get behind that. EB Games in Australia is testing out a new program where all their used game inventory can be borrowed out for $16 US a month called Swap and Play. It kind of gives me warm fuzzies to know that older games are no longer being neglected on the shelf. If you own a copy of Rocket League on the Nintendo Switch, there are some exclusive Rocket cars coming your way. The orange team will get a Mario NSR and a Samus gunship. Meanwhile, the blue team will get a Luigi NSR and a classic Samus color variation of her Varia suit. They are free, but you will need to unlock them in-game. Hey man, if that Luigi NSR rocket car comes with a Luigi throwing shade at you every time you score a goal, it will all be worth it. October 5th seems to be the tentative unveiling date for Google's upcoming Pixel 2 phones, powered by Snapdragon's 836 processors, if a tweet from the infamous Evan Blass is to be believed. And Lian Li has a new full tower PC called the PC V3000, which features a large tempered glass side panel and a whole lot of room for all of the radiators, all for a measly 450 buckaroonies. I'm being sarcastic, that's quite expensive. Sources for all of today's news stories can be found in the NCIX forum post linked down in the description, where it always is. Never goes anywhere else. No ma'am, the elephant tater salad is not a low-carb, low-fat, vegan salad. Thank you, Kinetic. That tweet actually made my day. It was pretty hilarious. If you have something random for us to say, hit us up on Twitter with hashtag NCIX Yo Dog. Yo Dog, it's NCIX's legendary back to school sale event. Get the best tech deals for going back to school. The Canadian deal is a Samsung 960 EVO 1TB M.2 SSD for $599.99. That's almost $100 off. The American deal is a Corsair Crystal Series 570X RGB for $159.99. That's a savings of $40. Click up here or down below for all of this week's savings. Alright, that's it for Netlinked Daily. Thank you so much for watching. Click over here for previous videos and check us out on Twitter right over here. But as always, like the video if you liked it, comment down below for fans with benefits, and subscribe for more videos like this from NCIX. Lunchtime, let's go! Still don't know how to get out of here.